when I feel this way. And I really can't take it no more. I've been fighting temptations, my Lord. I'm young and I'm restless, and I really can't help it. I never felt selfish before. I've been living so reckless, I know. Tell me, Lord, can you help me? I said, Lord, can you help me? It's just the way I feel. Mom's been wasting so long.
I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. It's officially winning time in the NFL. In today's wildcard matchup, victory is the only option for these two teams. It's the Blues going up against the Saints.
Thank you very much, Larry. As usual, the streets of the nearby French Quarter are alive as we are in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Chicago Blues and the New Orleans Saints. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll set up to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go. 3-19.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go now. Boom, 90. Boom, 90.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. Leopard. Here we go. Green.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. So this brings up a 2nd and 2.
Back 99 Philly. All right, here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
The man in motion left here, Johnson. Back to throw. And he's got his man on the comebacker. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And an alley to run. The 40. The 30. 10. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Watch it now, Barney. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now let's go.
Shift together here from the D-line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
Johnson goes in motion left. Looking to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. He'll take it at the 42. A Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Back down, Philly, here we go.
And now here's a carry heading left. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Gone, gone! No. Here we go. That's in there, Barney.
Now a handoff as they run left side. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
No. Here we go. All right, now, look at 56. Detroit!
And the wideout in motion. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
All right, here we go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. Taking it in from the 20. And his guys have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They start the drive with Lynch. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over. Detroit! Go! Green, 30. Back 99. Here we go. Blue landed.
The man in motion left here, Johnson. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're starting to put some space here. In the first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of campering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And they bring their punter out there now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. Leopard.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now back to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Ooh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Detroit. Let's go. All right, now look at 56. Leopard.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Time knocked flat on his back right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down at the 47-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what I really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Now let's go. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. Gun.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. they run left side. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And the Saints signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will give them a 12-point lead. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. First down, the run with Lynch. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number 1.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Let's go. No, Jack, Patriots. Watch it now, Barney.
And he motions the wide receiver. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Detroit! Now let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Set. Green, third leopard. Back there. No. Check. Patriot. Over.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They're going to look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Back there to that Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Over. Back there to that Philly. Here we go. No. Check. Over.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back them out of field goal range. And that'll set them back 5. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
The Saints on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Johnson goes in motion left. They'll look to throw here. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Then he'll give it here to his running back. Open space inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Detroit. Detroit. Leopard. Leopard. Detroit. Detroit.
The man in motion left here, Johnson. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. He got 29 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you...
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Lutz now to kick this one away. It's a short kick taken out. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Now let's go. Leopard. Detroit.
Johnson goes in motion left. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he's flushed out left. His throw incomplete. Johnson the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Lucky 56. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now.
On second down, Lynch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there, just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Eluding the pressure right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Flush to his right. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Saints on third down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. They'll run with Lynch, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And this is back to a 5-point game. Lutz now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Four yards remaining now on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Back now here live in New Orleans. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Fresh set of downs here.
Watch it now, go! Now let's go! 3-19! Leopard! Leopard! Hold on!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Now they try the right side here. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down, that's Swanson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 32. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll set up to throw. Fitzgerald's got it right side. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a handoff as they run left side. Wasn't a ton of space, but a great move. He's able to work it to the 20-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And Charles on the losing side.